Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in booking a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, as are the steps to book a reading if you do not want to go through the website. And also the prices are down there as well. And I look forward to reading for you. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by the loud sound of the singing bowl. And the song of the singing bowl, while the striker, goes around the bowl, really gives me insight into the energetic energy of this reading and of what needs to be heard. So it really is quite beautiful. So sometimes the song is, just very harmonious, and sometimes it is a little bit more chaotic. So yeah, just be aware of that. Keep your ears open for it. All right, Taurus. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Taurus. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So you're crowned by the Nine of Wands reversed. We then have the Hermit reversed, the Ten of Pentacles reversed, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Three of Pentacles, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Five of Cups reversed. We have the Two of Swords reversed. Okay, so we're going to be stubborn this month. We can be very, very stubborn, Taurus. We have the King of Cups reversed. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the World reversed. We have the Ten of Wands. We have Judgment, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Wheel of Fortune reversed, angels and spirit guides. And we have the Three of Swords. Okay. So let me just see everything. Yeah, everything is in frame, so that is very good. All right, give me a moment. What's very interesting here is that we have a warring energy going on. We want to be out in the middle of everything, and yet we're also being called to connect with our inner selves and see our deepest desires and what we really want. This is going to be a month where it is scary, but we are being pushed to walk the path least followed, or to move forward in a way that we didn't think we would be able to, or we thought was barred to us in one way or another. And this month is about us conquering fears and seeing ourselves. We're stepping out of a curse, or we felt cursed. We felt like everything we did, like, the exact opposite of the Midas touch, right? Type of thing. Everything we did had, had a veil over it, had, a misstep to it. Why does this always happen to me? Type of deal. And we're going to see ourselves coming out of that energy during this month and coming into ourselves more and more. We're putting down an astoundingly heavy burden that we've been carrying. And even though we don't feel like the new season has opened up to us, we feel like we're entering life in a new way, or we're looking at life in a new way. So let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, there are 3 things you have to do. You have to like, you have to comment with a butterfly, and you have to subscribe. Commenting with a butterfly lets me know you want to be in the running to receive a reading. If you don't, then you would not like to be in the running to receive a reading, and that will be, of course, respected. Yeah, and guys, just make sure the winner will be announced on Sundays, and only the winner is to contact me, because if we can't be fair, right, and respect the winner, then I will have to rethink doing these giveaways. And I love doing these giveaways because I love, showing my appreciation and my honor for you guys who have built this channel into something so astounding and are so wonderful. So yeah, let's just be respectful about it all, okay? So let's see here what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have productivity reverse. I know you're probably thinking, Dane, how many reverse cards can I possibly have? It's not a bad thing to have reverse cards. It's the way the cards can speak to us. There are 78 cards. They can't always say the same exact thing. And here with productivity reversed, excuse me, this can be a month where we aren't as productive as we thought we would be, or we're kind of thrown a curveball, which slows us down. And I can really see us berating ourselves for not being as productive, not working as hard, not, going after things as fiercely. And so we have to cut ourselves some slack. That's going to be very important. And I just need a sip of water. Our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Is communication reverse. This is a blockage in our throat chakra. We're picking up on a lot of things and actually being able to hone in on our communication, on the person that we are communicating with, can actually be very overwhelming during this time, right? We're listening to this person, we're listening to that person, this is happening, that is happening. So being aware of this is going to be just important for us, because it's getting a little bit intense and it's getting a little bit overwhelming. So knowing that, singing, humming, connecting with our throat chakra is going to be so important. Chanting can also be a great way to connect with our throat chakra. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is justice. So this is Libra energy. Time frame September 23rd to October 22nd. We might be having a bit of difficulty with a Libra energy. So just acknowledging that is going to be important. But we may also really feel things right now aren't just, aren't fair, aren't in balance. We can be dealing with injustices and looking at things and being like, what the heck is going on here? But also we're being forced during this month to find our voice and stand up for ourselves, and in a way that embraces our power and embraces what we love. We are going to be confronted with emotional manipulation, or somebody who wants to take what we're doing and warping it into something negative and something bad and something, overwhelming for us. So just being mindful about that is going to be really important. This is like a dark empath, type of energy. This is somebody who can read you pretty well and who can read people pretty well. And they could have used that gift so beautifully to enhance the world so lovingly, and they just chose not to. So just being aware of this is going to be really important. There's also going to be a bit of a transactional, energy to them, meaning like tit for tat. I'll do exactly what you did for me and no more and no less, type of deal. So being aware of that is going to be important, because they're always going to make you feel like they did more for you than you did for them. It's not going to be true, but that's how they're going to manipulate the situation. So just be mindful about that during this time, Taurus, because you really don't need that energy, and it'd be really important to walk away from that energy. But that energy is kind of like gatekeeping, a way that we think traditionally, I'm supposed to be walking forward in that direction. That's the path I'm supposed to be on. And it's actually, this person is put as a roadblock for us to say, you know what, the heck with that. I'm walking a completely different path. I'm doing things my way. I'm moving forward, under my own tenacity and within my own, gumption of self. We are crowned with the 9 of Wands reverse. We are really tired of fighting battles. We really are. We're like, I am tired of one battle after another, of putting out one fire after another, of this overwhelming, chaotic energy drain. And we're walking away from it. We are. We're saying, no, I'm choosing me. I'm walking away. The Hermit reversed. We're being called to turn inward, to slow down and to look inward. And we're not really going to want to. We're going to want to look externally, find the answers externally. And the answers are going to be internal. It's that story that I love so much about the God's head being hidden within man. When all beings were gods and they were creating man, and they said, where should we hide the God's head so man can also know that they are gods? And of course, with a little g, totally respectful, right? And they said on the top of the highest mountain, when God said, and they said, no, 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 no. He'll climb the mountain. They'll find it. In the deepest part of the sea, oh no, they'll go to the deepest part of the sea. They'll find it. Out into space, no, they'll find it there as well. What about within man? What if we hide the God's head within human beings? And they said, perfect. We'll never think to look there. And here, that's the thing. Like our dreams and our ambitions and our soul and our tenacity of being is saying, look inward, look inward. And yet we're thinking it's saying, look outward, look outward. Look at what everybody else is achieving. Look how I have to keep up, type of thing. No, look inward. With the 10 of Pentacles reversed, there is a sense of feeling, like I'll never be recognized the way that I want to be. I will never have the success that other people have. This is also we can very much be in the comparison trap. And remember, comparison is the thief of joy. We're also going to think, oh, I'm cursed, right? Generational curses can come up. We can be like, oh, well, this happened to my ancestors, my family. I saw this and now it's happening to me. It's just how it is, or people like us, we just don't get ahead. And there's going to be something here where you start working with other people, where you start coming together, seeing other people, and it's going to be something that starts to shatter that. It's like, well, if that person can be successful, and I know a heck of a lot more than they do, then, who am I giving my power to? And then we're going to start to see us breaking a generational curse. We're going to start to see ourselves stepping out of a shadow that was too widely wrapped around ourselves for too long. And it brings us to the 5 of Cups. It's change your mind, change your life. We're having a hard time. We're a bit stubborn during this month. We're going to be a bit stubborn, a bit kind of like single-minded, laser focus type of deal. And we're going to have to get out of our head and get out of our own way. That is going to be an important thing. With the King of Cups, just be mindful. Water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Be mindful of somebody who is emotionally manipulative coming in and really using their powers for evil. I mean, like that is a bit, a bit dramatic, right, to say evil, but they could do such good. And you can feel that within them. Like they could have done such good, but they like causing chaos. So just be mindful of that chaos. And here, there is a sense of the world, like the world opening up, but we need to turn inward. It's not about the world opening up. It's about us connecting with ourselves. It's about our inner world connecting with us and seeing our success and seeing our prosperity and seeing that we've completed a cycle, because we have the world here. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have, we have the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is reversed and the Wheel of Fortune is reversed. These are 10 cards. And the 10 of Wands is the upright one. We can see that we're putting down the burdens that we've carried, that we're aware of. But it's also here, a person being lit on fire, which is, quite intense, where I'm being consumed by my responsibilities. I'm being consumed by what is expected of me, or what I think is expected of me. And that is going to be a big thing to release here. It's also, we have the Wands and we have the Pentacles. That's the waking world. It's not our spiritual world that we need to worry about or that we're concerned about. It's not, finding our voice that we're concerned about. It is how we are performing in the world compared to everyone else. And we're judging ourselves very harshly. Now is the time, as we look inward to ourselves and, we fight the urge to kind of not do that. We start to say, okay, what do I need to carry? What is important to me? And what do I need to let go? What is too overwhelming? What do I not need in my life anymore? And it brings us then to judgment. We need to accept ourselves, to judge ourselves, to look at ourselves, not be judging in like that mean, harsh way, but in that way of like, okay, I'm looking at the situation and I'm seeing what needs to be done, and I'm being honest and forthright and productive, and I'm opening up the door to me. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, we can feel like, I almost feel like we're in a karmic trap, right? It's not a karmic trap in a way of a bad thing, but like we know something bigger is coming and we're moving towards that during this month. We're moving towards so much more. But it's not about this big, huge change. This month is about small, little changes that down the road make huge changes in our lives, set us forward on a path that is like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. And I didn't think that. And oh, what about this? And it opens up the door because we're healing from heartbreak and sorrow and grief and pain. We're healing. And this month is about healing. It's about honoring what we have been through and about seeing ourselves and honoring ourselves and loving ourselves and not, sitting there and making pain our whole identity, but saying, I have been through so much. I've seen so much in my life and I'm still standing. And I am moving forward in love and I am moving forward in compassion. And I'm no longer comparing myself and I'm no longer weighing myself down. Like I can be so helpful and so good that people will like me. Here's the thing that during this month, what you're going to learn also, it doesn't matter if people like you or if they don't. What matters is that you like you. And that is going to be a really big thing. It's like, no, I'm proud of me. And they can say whatever the heck they want to say. Doesn't matter. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And this is revolution. And that's what we're going through. We're going through a revolution. We are changing our world. And we are stubborn and we are tenacious and we are going to be very single-minded with things during this time. And people are going to be like, no, like look at it this way, look at it that way. We're going to have to fall during this month just a little bit. It's not a big deal. It's not going to be a big thing, but we're going to have to be like, oh, okay, not that. It's kind of like running into a wall and be like, oh, okay, shake it off. Like, when your dog is running and they smack into something and then they just shake it off and they keep going and you're like, whoa, okay. That's how I see this month for us. It's like there's something, we hit a wall and it's like, it's no big deal. Other people would be like, oh my God, that's huge. But we're going to be like, no, I got this. And that's the energy that we're bringing to this. Like, I got this. And we might have the zoomies at times, right? Like this big intensity of like, no, it has to be like this. And then we're going to pull it back in and be like, oh, okay, I see it now. I see the bigger picture. It moves us then to our chakra message, which is inspiration. This is the sacral chakra. We are being inspired. We are tenacious. We are opening up doors in ways that we just didn't imagine that we could or couldn't imagine that we would. And that is going to be highly, highly inspiring for us. And yeah, it's embracing our creativity and our sensuality of being. So that is lovely. Now we have our energy to be mindful of, which is rebirth reversed, thinking that we can't change. And that's something what we're fighting against during this week. It's like, no, it has to be just like this. And Spirit's like, why? Why are we boxing ourselves in? It might be a very nice box that we're putting ourselves in, but why are we doing this to ourselves? It moves us then to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Two of Pentacles, balance and harmony. Finding our balance, not having to juggle 18 million different things and have everything be the best and have everybody see it. It's like, no, we need the balance and harmony for ourselves, the calming energy to move ourselves forward. That is going to be an important thing. And that is going to be a beautiful thing. Don't take on too much. We're going to have that tendency. I love that it's right above the 10 of Wands. We're going to have the tendency during this month to just take on more and more and more until we crack, and then we're just going to throw it down and be so angry at everything. It's like, no, go slow, go gentle, and know that you are a success. But balance and harmony of what you desire, of what you want, and what you're trying to achieve in this world. All right, Taurus, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Taurus, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed month. Bye. Hi, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, as are directions on how to book a private reading if you do not want to go through my website and the pricing. All right, now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound, and that loud sound will be coming from the singing bowl. The song that the singing bowl sings gives me a great deal of insight into the energy we will be working with during this time. All right, so now let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Virgo, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. All right, we have the Two of Wands reversed. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Tower reversed. We have the Two of Pentacles, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Ace of Swords reversed. We have the Seven of Wands, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Queen of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Moon reversed, the Ten of Cups reversed, Judgment, and the Seven of Swords reversed. We've suffered a loss of somebody who deeply cared about us. Now, this could be a loss like they're now in the spirit realm. For some, it will be. But for others, it is going to be like somebody that you lost contact with or somebody that you were really connected with. And they just kind of like drifted away with time. And this is going to be a fear of connecting with the love that we want again in our lives. Okay? So there's going to be something here that has this healing. We're going to be meeting somebody quite lovely with the Queen of Cups. It doesn't matter how they identify themselves with the Queen of Cups coming forward. It is that connection of love and compassion and just that connection of the heart. So let your heart be open and gentle during this time, because you will be surprised at the energy that comes in, even if you don't meet somebody or the love of your life, in September, if you're already in a relationship. Now, this is going to be connecting with energy that just speaks to your heart, that speaks to your soul, that sees you. And that's going to be a very big thing. It's going to be a very big deal. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, there are 3 things that you have to do. You have to like, you have to comment with a butterfly so that we know that you want to receive a free reading, because if you don't, and plenty of people don't, we can respect that. And by we, I mean me and Spirit. So there we go. And subscribe. So like, comment with a butterfly, and subscribe. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have magnetism. Yeah, things are going to be drawn to us during this time. There's going to be a real sense of like, I don't know how this happened. I don't know how this energy came together. Like how things came together is very synchronicitous, but it's going to be that magnetism that leads us forward. It leads us then to our chakra energy, angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly, angels. This is Mother Earth. This is the Earth Star Chakra located 6 inches below our feet. We are a Earth sign, so us being connected with the Earth is quite beautiful and brilliant. And here with Mother Earth, we are moving forward in that grounding of self, visualizing ourselves, putting down roots into the earth and the earth protecting us, but also embracing the Mother Earth energy, not the Earth Mother where we tend to think, oh, that's all love and very hippie and like, love and giving and constant and continuous compassion. We look at Earth as the mother, and the mother gives us food and, we build our houses upon and our shelter from, but is also tornadoes and hurricanes and floods and just unrelenting intensity. It is not all compassion, even close to it. So seeing that within ourselves and knowing that we are of the earth, Virgo, is going to be very important. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly, guide this reading, and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Eight of Wands. Be mindful of how quickly things are moving, and also be mindful of like wanting things to move too fast during this month, like everything really, really, really kept picking up speed and just feeling like you're just along for the ride. So do be aware of that. With the Two of Wands reversed, we have certain doors that are closing during this time, certain plans that are going to fall through, certain, things that aren't going to go our way. And we're going to think like, oh my God, this is absolutely terrible. It's not going to be as terrible as we think it is. Let me just make sure everything is in frame because, of course, I forgot to do that. Perfect. Now we then have the Queen of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If we have air sign energy in our life, that plays and works very well with us. And if we have air sign energy in our chart, that part of our personality is going to be very powerful. This is somebody who cuts through the bull of it all, really gets to the heart, kind of the meat and potatoes of things, will say things as it is. But this person isn't a big talker. This is what I'm seeing from them. There's a lot of strength in what they say, and there's a lot of ambition to them, and they tend to speak the truth as they see it, but they don't tend to waste time with continuous idle gossip. So just be aware of that. And this is also going to be something that we are going to embrace during this time, the sense of knowing, the sense of like tenacity and determination and focus guiding us. With the Tower reverse, we're building after a time where everything fell apart, and it doesn't matter how long ago everything fell apart. When we've gone through a tower time, it leaves its scars. And so we are building here. We are moving things forward. We have the Two of Pentacles, then reverse. We can't take on too much during the month of September. We have to be very kind of respectful of our energy and really reserve our energy during this time. We're going to want to balance a lot. We're going to want to take on a lot, but in taking on a lot, we're actually feeding into people taking advantage of us. So being mindful of that is going to be a very important thing. With the Ace of Swords reverse, it's very interesting because we take this gift of the Ace of Swords. This is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, Virgo, but we're not going to see that we take it. This is success, and this is change, and this is, discernment and decision making and action. And it's like, I know my voice, I know where I stand, but we don't see that power within us during this time, though I am absolutely certain that others see it within us. Others see it where we don't. With the Seven of Wands, we're learning what we stand for, and we're seeing what we stand for, and we're facing the challenges, and we're being courageous, and we're looking at ourselves in a very different light. And we are going to have a very interesting relationship with Pisces energy. Pisces is our sister sign. It can bring out the best. It can bring out the worst in us. So do be aware of that. The moon represents Pisces in the major arcana. And what we're going to see here is that a lot of our fears come forward. And our fears aren't like, oh, silly fears that I've just decided to have. they're going to be really based off of heartbreaks and pains and fears that we have had, like things that we have experienced that we're like, no, I don't want to go through that again. I'm not doing that. That was highly uncomfortable, and I very much didn't like it. And with the Queen of Cups, we're learning how to trust our hearts. We've almost closed off our hearts, Virgo, for one reason or another. It's like we fear what opening up our hearts will do because we have been so hurt in the past. And now is going to be the time that we acknowledge the heartbreak, we acknowledge the sorrow, we let ourselves grieve, and we step forward into our dreams and what we want. But we are afraid of our dreams. So there's going to be a little bit of a battle here. There's going to be a duality to ourselves that we don't want to accept or understand, and we're going to have to come to peace to that. There is also Pisces energy, right? Time frame is February 19th to March 20th. We're not getting along with that energy as well. If it's us, if it's in our chart, right? If it's, in our lives, we're just going to have to look at things, and it's like we feel almost like it's too afraid. We feel like it's too timid, and we're going to want to push it out of its comfort zone by saying, I'm going to do the most terrifying things possible. And that's not going to help us. So just know that our way of dealing with the fear or dealing with somebody who is afraid, we're going to be like, it's just going to push it, like, push you off the cliff type of thing. And that's not going to be okay. So just be aware of that. We're going to have a very, like, a visceral reaction to things. With the 10 of Cups reversed, don't look at everybody else's happiness. I know that sounds like a weird thing to say, but this is comparison is the thief of joy, right? The 10 of Cups reversed is saying what makes me happy is silly. It shouldn't make me happy. I should be looking at what makes everybody else happy and following what they're doing. And Spirit's like, why? Why the heck are you giving away your strength, your power, your joy, and yourself? Stop it. Embrace your joy and do not apologize for it. Judgment comes in, and this is seeing us rise out of darkness, doubt, fear, very much linked to the Tower, and stepping in with the 7 of Swords and calling out lies. Calling out lies, calling out deceits, calling out nonsense that has held us back. We're really seeing how to step into our voice and step into our power, but also to know, like, I was forged, right? This wasn't easy. This wasn't a walk in the park. I was forged. And how are you forged? By being put into hot fire and then having the metal pounded and pounded and pounded till it makes a sword. And that's what we've gone through. So stop diminishing yourself and your light, Virgo, because you deserve to think better of yourself. All right? You really do, because you are intensely powerful. And yes, the swords, cut through the heart. The words can cut through the heart. The actions of others can cut through the heart. But life is pain, and life is the most unbelievable beauty we can ever imagine. And it can be also the most unbelievable pain. But it is seeing ourselves as strength, and it is embracing our love of ourselves. And it's moving forward in a way that is absolutely astounding. All right, Virgo. Our subconscious spirit message here is stretch. Like, this keeps coming forward, which I think is so interesting. We're going to find it hard to, like, stretch out of our comfort zone, to stretch for what it is that we want, for where it is that we want to be. It's like we're keeping ourselves contained, and it's like, no, reach for it. We then have our root chakra, which is balance, coming through, and this is embracing our balance, our harmony, our sense of, equilibrium of self. It moves us to our energy to be mindful of, which is the lady. This is the Empress. And this is our creative energy. This is being mindful of our creative energy. We're thinking, oh, I can only be creative this way, or it only has to be like that. And Spirit is saying no. It's also somebody else really wanting to capitalize off our creativity and us not seeing our own power of what we are creating. It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of, and this is death reverse. And this is new beginnings and transformations, but it's being afraid of new beginning. Hiccups, of new beginnings and transformations. It's also Scorpio energy, time frame October 23rd to November 21st. So it's letting lies come forward, right? We're going to let lies come forward during this time and kind of like knock them right out of the park. And we are seeing ourselves transformed beautifully and powerfully. But we are fighting it subconsciously because we're afraid of the change this transformation will bring to us. We're afraid of how we will be moving forward for ourselves. Okay. All right. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Virgo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed month. Bye. Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you are interested in purchasing a private reading, then check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, as are instructions if you don't want to go through my website as to how to purchase a reading and the pricings. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound, and that loud sound will come from the singing bowl. The way the singing bowl sings, if it's a smooth song or if there's some variations in its melody, really shows me the energy that we're going to be stepping into. So I hope you enjoy listening to the singing bowl and connecting with your energy. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Capricorn, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we have the King of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the Three of Swords reversed. We have the World, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Emperor, which is Aries energy, time frame March 21st to April 19th. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Star reversed, which is Aquarius energy, time frame January 20th to February 18th. So if we're born on the cusp with Aquarius, if we have Aquarius energy in our chart, that part of our personality can be giving us a bit of trouble. If we have Aquarius energy in our life, we might be finding it a bit not troublesome, but like just extra work. It's like, oh my gosh, can't this go smoothly? And then we have the Ace of Swords reversed, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Four of Wands, which I love. We have the Creator, which is a card only for this deck, only in this deck. And I love that energy for you, angels and spirit guides. We then have the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Swords reversed. Excuse me, I'm going to cough. All right, let me make sure everything is in frame. Perfect. Right, I really like these cards. I think they're so very, very pretty. So what's very interesting here is that we're crowned with the King of Swords. We have then the Ace of Swords reversed and the Knight of Swords reversed. So we have these highs and lows during this time, this tension that comes through. And with the Knight of Swords, I always see this as my, kind of Prince Charming knight, this knight that comes in and like saves the day sort of thing, slays the dragon, cuts through the poison of the world, ascends, and there's just a power like awakens the sleeping side of us and brings us forward into life. So here, when that's reversed, it can be like, I want to be the hero of my story, I just don't know how. And we're having trouble embracing our voice. But it's interesting that the King of Swords is crowning us, which is power and tenacity and vibrancy of self. It's a deep knowledge, deep understanding. We're going to be very attracted to people who have confidence to them or who know. I'm just hearing like spirits like they know. And it's like, well, how do they know? They know. They've been through a lot, they've seen a lot, they've lived a lot, and they take that energy and instead of like using it to manipulate people, they use it to bring forward good and knowledge into the world. And that's very, very cool. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you are interested in entering to receive a free reading, there are 3 things that you have to do. You have to like, comment with a butterfly so that I know you want to be in the running to receive a free reading, because some people don't, and we definitely want to respect that. And you have to subscribe. So like, comment with a butterfly, and subscribe. That puts you in the running to receive a free reading. The winner will be announced on Sunday. And listen, guys, only the winner can contact me. All right, let's be fair to the winner. Let's be fair in this, random, I don't know if this giveaway, not competition, but giveaway. And so then we can, put our, name into the hat for another Sunday. And that way we can continue to do this, because if we can't be fair to the winner, right? Respect the winner, then we can't continue to do this. And this is my way of saying thank you to all of you for being so kind, for being so wonderful, for making this fantastic community, for showing up here and supporting me, which is amazing. And I want to show up and support you as well, which I do through these readings, but I also want to do through those giveaways. So let's see here, angels and spirit guides. So this is surface. Things are going to surface during the month of September that maybe we're like, oh, where did this come from? Or we'd rather, keep it buried. But here, things are going to come to the surface that need to come to the surface. And we're going to need to, excuse me, I'm going to cough. We're going to need to see these things, respect this within ourselves, and then move forward. So that's going to be really important. Looking at what's coming to the surface, and instead of saying, oh, that's so stupid, oh, I can't believe I still think that's a big deal. It's like, okay, where is this coming from? Because we're releasing a lot of grief and a lot of pain. So things are going to come to the surface that bothered us, that hurt us. And we're going to, our initial reaction, Capricorn, is going to be like, oh my gosh, you're just being a baby. You're not though. You're not though. You're allowed to have your feelings hurt. You're allowed to, respond to this world and its cruelties and its ways, and you're allowed to heal. And that's going to be very important. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is balance. So we're coming into balance at the root of us, at the root chakra, coming into balance, coming into harmony. That's going to be beautiful. It's going to be just like an exhale and a beauty coming forward. It moves us then to hitting the singing bowl, but it also moves us then to the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And this is the 10 of Cups. So for one reason or another, during this month, we have a tendency to really downplay ourselves. And it's just very interesting that that's going to be the energy that comes forward. It's like, oh, what I love really isn't a big deal. I am not as good as these other people's opinions, these other people's way of saying things, doing things. Obviously, they're right because they're marketing their life that way, right? They're really presenting a brand or a way of being that says, I'm right. Everybody should follow me because I'm so right. And if we did that with ourselves, people would be jealous of us too. So just let's look at that and say, I'm allowed to love what I love. I'm allowed to be who I am, to embrace my power, to embrace my tenacity, and to embrace me. And that's going to be really important. But we can have a tendency to really downplay our passions, think we need different hobbies, try to please people who, have mocked us and, don't get us. So just being aware of this is going to be super important. It's also going to be very liberating. With the King of Swords, we know our mind, we know our voice, we know what it is that we want, and we're not taking anybody's bull. We really aren't. This is power. This is ambition. This is influence. There's a real influence of the way that we speak, of what we're moving forward towards. But that's also going to be an energy that we connect with. People who are, just powerful in their own right. We know they've lived a life. We know they've been through stuff. You can see it in their countenance, right? But there's a power to them, there's an authority to them, there's a brilliance to them that we are holding on to, or that they are holding on to and we are drawn to. And that's going to be important for us. That's also going to be, Capricorn, what we want to replicate in our life to cut through the negativity of the world and to really embrace our voice and our desire. We're letting go of a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment. And we're saying, you know what? Life is about pain. Life is about hurt. And it isn't about living here for the rest of my life. I'm not giving them that power. I'm stepping into me. I've been forged by this pain, but I'm not defined by it. The world is opening. And what's really, really cool, Capricorn, is that we want to step into the world. For a time there, we've been more than happy of being, more insular, right? More connected with our own energy and our own self. Now it's like, okay, let me step into the world. Let me have this community. Let me, embrace this coming together, this deeper, connection. Now with the Eight of Pentacles reversed, what's interesting here is that we can get really honed in on little details that really won't amount to much, but we think they will when we're in this situation. It's like, oh no, I have to focus right like this. And Spirit's like, okay, I'm glad you have that ambition, but we're focusing in the wrong way. We can also really not want to work, like really be like, oh, do I have to do that again type of deal. So knowing that and kind of calling ourselves out when we get hyper fixated on things and saying, yeah, once I start, like I don't want to start, but once I start, I'm going to be really into this. That's going to be important as well. With the Emperor, Aries energy, this is law, this is order, but this is a real sense of I'm embracing the sacred masculine. I'm stepping into my power. I'm stepping into myself. I'm ruling with tenacity, with determination. It's the difference from being remembered as Alexander the Great or as Nero, right? Who played the fiddle as Rome burnt. Alexander the Great, even his story of his end, right? His demise is that there was no more world left to conquer. And so he passed away, right? Of a broken heart. There was no more world left to conquer. Is that true? No, it's not. But it's a really good story. Nero's story is either that he played the fiddle as Rome burned, or as he played the fiddle as Rome burnt, he was also the one who started the fire so that he could expand his palace. Wild. Okay? So here, it is not being a tyrant. It is embracing our sacred masculine energy, the mature masculine energy of responsibility, success, and determination, and moving forward towards what we love. And we're going to see that we are surrounding ourselves with the best of people during this time. Now, we can also have some people around us who are a little delusional. Like we sit there and they'll say things and we'll be like, okay, I don't know what you're reading. I don't know what's going on here. Not my truth, can be yours. Let's move on. So just be aware of that. That just has to be called out during this time. With the Three of Cups as well, it's embracing family, it's embracing friends, it is seeing what's really sacred and really important to us and surrounding ourselves with joy. With the Star reverse, again, this is intuitive energy, this is guiding energy, but it brings a lot of shadows. Like it brings a lot of delusion and illusion when the Star is reversed, just like when the moon is reversed. It also brings delusion and illusion. So being aware of this during this time is going to be important. This is also being out of balance with your soul's purpose here on earth, which I know nobody likes to hear, but this is a real sense of like, I have to get into harmony with me to see my balance, to see my purpose, to see what I love, to realign myself instead of going after the ambition, because with the 10 of Cups, it's like the ambition of what everybody else loves, what everybody else wants, how everybody else thinks that you should live your life. It's like, no, this is my life. Even if we believe in reincarnation, this is the life that I remember. This is the life that I'm defining myself off of. Now it's time to move forward. We're having a hard time embracing our voice. We're having a hard time, really saying, nope, I got me. Like, this is what I see. This is what I'm going after. This is what's right for me. With the Four of Wands, this is creativity. This is union. This is freedom. But this is also celebration, right? The Four of Wands is the minor arcana marriage card. What are you committed to? It doesn't mean that you have to be getting married, or it doesn't mean that you have to be married. You might not want that at all, and you might. This is going to be a time where you're learning the power of your voice in order to say, this is what I want to create in my life. And we can be berating ourselves because it didn't meet the time frame of everybody else. That is okay. If you're here, You don't go to the beat of everybody else's drum. You go to the beat of your own. Let yourself shine in your power. Know that you don't make wrong decisions. I know that sounds like a very pompous thing to say, but be happy with every decision that you made. Yes, some can be catastrophic, right? But we're not talking about those. What we're talking about here is, instead of berating ourselves, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, how do you know it would be better? Here it is embracing your magic, embracing your power, letting yourself stand in your passion, and moving forward in the creator's energy. It's like this card here at the very bottom. It says, no. No, I will not doubt myself. No, I will not be afraid. Yes, I am moving forward because I'm having a resurrection of spirit. This is an ending. This is a finalization. This is closure. This is like, all right, that chapter, done. It's over. Now I'm rising into my power. This can also be overkill, right? The 10 of swords, 10 swords in a person, like, all right, 2 would have more than done it. So here with the 10 of swords, we're rising into ourselves. We're having a resurrection of power. And that brings us to a place where, like, I got to get moving, right? I got to do this really, really quick. No, slow and steady wins the race. Looking at ourselves and saying, what's important? Not what am I trying to prove to anybody else? What's important to me? And how do I take the reins of my life and move forward in my ambition and what I want? All right. Our subconscious spirit message is shift reverse. So we're seeing a shift in energy and we're kind of fighting against it. Again, there's the sense of, am I even ready for this? Like, do I know what's coming forward? No, we don't know exactly what's coming forward and we never will. But embracing this flow of energy, embracing a shift within ourselves, that's going to be important. Our chakra energy is the sacral chakra and flexibility. This is knowing that we need to be flexible with the energy around us, with our ambition, with our creativity, with our sensual energy, not putting ourselves in a box saying it has to be like this or it has to be like that. Flexibility towards wisdom is going to be very important. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. This is the Emperor. It's the tyrant energy that came through, right? This is Alexander the Great, right? And this is Nero. So we do not want to be the tyrant. We want to be the explorer. We want to be the conqueror. We want to be the ambition, but not the one who says it's only going to be on my terms. It has to be just like this. And I want what I want. And I have every right to demand and throw my hissy fit. And I don't care who gets hurt. I'm going to get what I want. And that's going to be something that we're just not here for personally within ourselves, Capricorn, but also externally in other people. It's going to be very repugnant to us. But we are here to really learn how to embrace the power of our voice, how to step into our tenacity and our energy, and how to embrace tenacity and energy and not see it as a bad thing. Not see ambition as a bad thing. It moves us then to the King of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is absolute motivation. This is honor. This is traditions. This is wisdom. But this is also like, this is knowing what we want. This is transformation. These are standards that we have. This is fire. This is determination. And it's like, no, I'm going after this, and no one and nothing is going to stop me. We're going to be very inspired, and we're going to be very inspired by people who have passion. Even if we don't agree with what they're saying, we'll listen to them because we're like, wow, I can feel that passion. And I understand the passion. I respect the passion. So just know that during this time, you'll find yourself very drawn to passionate people, very drawn to people who have research, like who know their stuff. Again, you don't have to agree with it. That's not what you're drawn to. You're drawn to the knowledge and to the passion during this time. Also, very strong sacred masculine energy is coming forward. So stepping into our sacred masculine and absolutely embracing it, that's going to be important for us. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed month. Bye. Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you are interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, as are the steps to booking a reading if you want to go not through the website. Yeah, so I look forward to reading for you. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This meditation and cleansing will be done through the singing bowl, which will create a loud sound. And the vibrational waves of the singing bowl, the way the singing bowl sings, the song of it, gives me a lot of insight into your energy. So let's see what the singing bowl has to say. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Aries, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. So we are crowned with the Nine of Cups, which is a beautiful card to be crowned by. We then have the Ten of Wands reversed, the Page of Cups, the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, the Six of Pentacles, interesting, the Nine of Swords reversed, the Four of Pentacles reversed, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly, the Magician, the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, angels and spirit guides, the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. So let me make sure everything is in frame. Okay, perfect. It is. All right, let me just move these down so that you can see the last cards a little bit better. Okay, what's very interesting here is that you have this beautiful gift of the Ace of Pentacles coming through. You have the Magician, so all gifts given by divinity during this time are going to be taken. But you do have the Knight of Pentacles reverse, so which means that you are going through a bit of a frustration when it comes to prosperity or money or what you value as much as money moving forward. So you're going to want things to move forward more quickly. You're going to want to, kind of like push the boundaries on things because you're thinking, I'm not getting to where it is that I want to be or where it is that I need to be. And yet the Magician here with the Ace of Pentacles is telling us the exact opposite. It's like, no, you are getting there. And we have to be mindful of the impatience coming through. We get too much in our own head, too much in the, oh, it's supposed to be like this, oh, it's supposed to be like that type of mentality, and we forget to choose us. So that's going to be a very important thing to understand during this time, because as above, so below, as you believe it, so it becomes, and we have the inclination or the proclivity during this time with the Eight of Swords to be trapped in our own heads, to be, kind of like, too in our own minds, too boxed in, to, kind of putting ourselves in a corner type of deal. So just be aware of that. That's going to be very helpful to know. It's like, oh, am I overthinking this? Probably yes, right, Aries? That's what we have to say to ourselves. All right, so let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, You have to do three things. You have to like, you have to comment with a butterfly, and you have to subscribe. Commenting with a butterfly lets me know that you would like to be in the running to receive a free reading, because some people don't, and we want to respect that. Now, only the winner is to contact me, okay? When the winner is announced on Sunday, all right? Only the winner is to contact me, because we have to do this fair, guys, or else we're not going to keep on doing this. This is my way of saying thank you to all of you for being so wonderful and building this community and creating something so beautiful. And let's not ruin it, okay? So let's see here, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here we have rediscovery reversed. There is something we need to see within ourselves. There's something we need to connect with within ourselves. It's a rediscovery, but again, we're having a hard time choosing us during this month, like seeing us, seeing our power, seeing our prosperity, seeing our worth. So working on rediscovery, because it is reversed here, meaning that we can just overlook ourselves. We need to rediscover ourselves, fall in love with us. We can fall in love with our relationships, fall in love with our work, fall in love with everything. But first and foremost, we have to fall in love with ourselves again. And it moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is relationships. Yeah, that's rediscovery, that falling in love with ourselves, with our world, with what we're doing. And that's going to be a little bit easier for us because we do have relationships here, the sacral chakra. And it's coming together. It's connecting with what is sacred to us. It is saying, how am I honoring my relationships in my life? How am I honoring me? The relationship that I have from the beginning and end of my story is the relationship I have with myself. So how am I honoring that? And how am I moving forward with me and my connection and my love and my world? It brings us then, excuse me, I'm going to cough. Oh, I do apologize. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay, so that's interesting. That's very interesting. We may be dealing with a Gemini during this time frame, May 21st to June 20th, right? The Lovers is representative of Gemini. The Queen of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? So that reiterates and backs up the Gemini energy. But this can be a time where we're dealing with lust over love. Okay, relationships are going to be really important to us, and we can find making connections to be really important, but we can just, oh my gosh, we can have our heads turned by something. And it doesn't have to be just romantically. It can be by, the sweet idea of success, where like, oh, this business offer is better, or oh, this friendship is so good. But it's like the lust of it, not the substance of it. It's kind of like eating a whole bunch of chocolate instead of eating dinner and being like, oh, I wonder why my tummy hurts, type of thing. So just being aware of that. And with the Queen of Swords, this is somebody who has a tendency and has the ability, actually it's a really, quite brilliant ability to see the weaknesses of a person. And they can use this power for great good or for great evil. And here it is a person who uses it to rip people down, to have people be dependent on them, codependent, to make them afraid, to make them overwhelmed. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be really important. And with the Lovers reversed, it's like, what am I falling in love with? What do I love? And it's needing to see that. And because we're going to, again, fall in lust. The idea of something is going to be so alluring. And then we have to find out, like, do I really love it? Do I really want to spend the time and the energy on this? Because we have a tendency during this time to kind of stay a little bit too long in things. So we have here the Eight of Cups reversed. And the Eight of Cups reversed is us, knowing that we have to leave something. It can be a job. It can be a relationship. It can be a way of thinking that is keeping us small. And we're not leaving it because it's comfortable. It's like, we've gotten used to it. And here it's like, okay, I have to choose me. We're crowned with the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a wish coming true. It's a cross your fingers, I wish for this coming true. And that's going to be so powerful for us. It's going to be so beautiful for us because it's an affirming during this month. It's like, oh, Spirit is on my side. It's like, oh, okay, divinity is moving me forward type of thing. It's like, oh, that wish has guided me. And then we have the 10 of Wands reverse, where we're going to see there's going to be a breaking point during this week. Now, it can be around a water sign child, a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but it can also be around something that was very, very, very important to us when we were small, and somebody crosses that line. And we'll be like, well, why am I reacting so intensely? It's like that line was crossed. So just be aware of this, that you're going to throw down sometime during this month here, Aries, where it's like, no, line cross, absolutely not. This is what we're not doing. Got it? And you're going to make yourself pretty clear because you're in Aries and you're very good at that. But just be aware of it, because there needs to be a connection with the inner child of your heart, of what you love, because inspiration is going to come in the most unlikely of places and through the most unlikely of ways. So just taking that energy in is just going to be so important for you. This is also, again, this is child energy, but this can also be not immature. This is youthful energy. The person, you can meet somebody and they can be older, right? They can have gray hairs, and they've been around the sun for a couple of trips, and it's taught them, they've learned from it, but they have this bright-eyed sparkle to them that you're like, wow, they have a young soul and a young heart. It's not that they are naive, or foolish, but they have this connection, this like, I'm choosing love type of energy that is astounding. So just be aware of that during this time as well. I'm getting Rose from the Golden Girls for some reason. It's like they're not like totally naive, right? Because sometimes Rose can come across that way, but also sometimes she comes across terribly wise. So just be aware of that. With the Hierophant reversed, this is Taurus energy. So if you're born on the cusp with Taurus, okay, time frame April 20th to May 20th, or if you have Taurus in your chart, this part of your personality can trip you up. You might be too stubborn with things right now. Too stubborn, too focused in, single-minded. We have the repeat of the number 8, and that kind of gives that, like, I'm going to work really, really hard. I'm going to focus on these goals. I'm going to get these things done. But we can also become too single-minded onto things. So just being aware of that is going to be very important here. This can also be like, you have to follow these rules. You have to fit in this way. This is what it's supposed to be. There is no like swerving from this course. So being aware of that too is going to be a very important thing. With the 6 of Pentacles, there's something out of balance financially that's going on here. Now, it can be, the state of the world and everything like that, but there's also a sense of you need to know your worth, and you need to stop like underselling yourself. And that's going to be a very important thing here. It's like, nope, I know my worth. I know where I stand. I know what I need. With the 9 of Swords reversed, we're releasing a lot of worry that has kept us up at night. It's like, okay, I release that. I can't change it. I can't stop it. I release it. And that sounds very easy. It's very hard to do. If you are having, insomnia or trouble sleeping, and it's the worry and doubt and fear, and your mind just, as you lay in bed, just race like a hamster wheel, tell you all the things that you have to do until you start doom scrolling on your phone just to shut your head up. And then it's daytime and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm exhausted, and yet I have to get up. Here, it is saying, listen to, vibrational energy music. They have it here on YouTube that helps calm you, helps soothe you, to help you to get into the vibrational energy of sleep. You can do, if you have a singing bowl, if you can do chanting, Om Mane Padme Om, chanting before you go to bed, in order to calm your vagus nerve, in order to calm your energy and yourself, to help you sleep, to help soothe your mind. That can be very, very important. You might think, oh my gosh, this is so silly, and I sound so weird, or I look so weird. But I mean, doing that before you go to bed will give you a better night's sleep. And we're releasing a lot of the worry that we've had, that has kept us up, that has kept us doubting, that has kept us afraid. And with the 4 of Pentacles, we're also releasing a lot of vampiric energy that is, that is ruining us, that has drained us, that has overwhelmed us, that has kept us held back, that has kept us held down. And what we're going to see here is that as we're releasing this, it's like, oh, I didn't know I was bringing that trauma forward. Like, I thought I left that behind. I thought that happened in 3rd grade, right? And I totally worked past it. But we're going to see that words that people said when we were small, things that people did when we felt helpless, they come through. And it's going to be those instances in our lives where we felt like we weren't in control of our being and of ourselves. And it moves us then to the Magician, because the Magician is the exact opposite. It is, I am in control. I'm standing before the power of my existence and the altar of my existence. I'm claiming my gifts. I'm not going to be absolutely gifted in everything, but my gosh, am I pretty darn good. And I claim my magic, I claim my strength, I claim myself. As above, so below, as I believe it, so it becomes. What if I don't make bad choices? What if I move on a path and I see myself and I define myself as successful? What will happen? And then the Ace of Pentacles comes. That's what happens. Money, success, prosperity, wealth. I'm not saying here, it's not that toxic positivity where, if you're not succeeding, it's all your fault. No, sometimes life happens. Sometimes you get curveballs where you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, please, I was winning and now I can barely keep my head above water. Life happens. And we can't just say, oh, I'm going to be positive through it, because sometimes we fall into depression, we fall into anxiety. It gets to be a lot. But here with the Ace of Pentacles, during this month, we're planting seeds that grow into greatness. We're planting the seeds that bring us, the beanstalk that lead us to the golden goose. So that is going to be really, really great. And it's knowing here, I'm worthy. I'm worthy of money. I'm worthy of success. I'm worthy of prosperity. With the Four of Cups, during this month, you're going to see that divinity kind of changes things up for you. You think, oh, I'm heading on this direction. I'm going to do things just like this. And then all of a sudden, divinity will change the game, pull you in a different direction and guide you in a different way. Is it going to be fun? Not really. Not really. We're going to sit there and be a little bit upset and say, but I was working on this, but it needed to be like this. And what happens is going to have us see things so very differently than we had thought we were supposed to see it. And it's going to bring us to a place where we can get too much in our own head, but it has to be like this, it has to be like this. No, slow down. Slow down and look at the seeds that you are planting within you. What do you want? What are you moving forward towards? Where do you want to be? And the Eight of Cups, reversed, we're having a hard time choosing ourselves. It's time to choose you. Aries, it's time to choose you. There are responsibilities, there's everything that needs to be done. There are people that we think, oh, I should choose them over myself. It's not that you're not helping them. It's not that you're not working with them. It's not that you're not building them. But it is also time to know that you are of utmost importance. And always come from a place of love and respect and kindness and compassion. But you are important, Aries, and you need to honor you. Because great things will come and such beautiful success comes when we start to say, okay, I matter. Okay, I see me. Okay, I'm showing up for me. And I'm building something beautiful. Because this month, really, Aries, you are. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message here, which is stretch. Okay, so there's something outside of our comfort zone. This is stretch reverse. There's something outside of our comfort zone that we should be stretching for, but we're like, I don't think so. Like that seems like a no. No, I don't like that. I don't want that. No, thank you. But we're going to need to see ourselves stretching for something more, like feeling just a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit out of our comfort zone. It moves us then to abundance, which is our root chakra. At the root of us is abundance, success, prosperity, bounty. It brings us then to our energy to be mindful of. This is tyrant energy. Okay, the strength card reversed is very much tyrant energy. It's like you will do what I say because I said so, because I'm intimidating and scary and overwhelming, and I demand that you respect me. And it's not respect, it's just fear. And you know what, Aries, we get this energy because the reversed emperor is the tyrant, right? And so we get this energy. It's like, oh, okay, I see this. I respect this. In a certain way we do, because we're like, oh, okay, I understand where it's coming from. But also we are going to have such a visceral, full body no response to this that we need to listen to it. And we're going to be like, well, why do I have a no? And yet I can understand. Two things can be true at once. I can understand where you're coming from, and it can also be a hard no. So just be aware of this during this time. And it moves us then to the Two of Cups reverse. This is the minor arcana lovers card. It's interesting. We have the lovers here reverse, and then we have the Two of Cups reverse. So there can be something about love in September that's just a little bit tricky. So just be aware of that. It's not saying, there won't be any romances or anything good happening in the love department, but just be a little bit careful, because we can have a tendency during this time to kind of want to take the easier route. It's like the lust over the love type of thing. The 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 not fully trusting over the trusting. And I can't blame any of us for choosing those routes, because sometimes it's scary and it's overwhelming, and we've been burnt in the past and everything like that. But here there is a sense to heal within you and to fall in love with you first. And I know that sounds silly, and people get annoyed hearing that, like, oh, I'm supposed to fall in love with me first and then everything will fall into place. No, no, sometimes not everything falls into place. It's just a heck of a lot more enjoyable ride if you like who you're riding it with. And that's yourself, right? So here with the Two of Cups reverse, there's something that we're going to need to heal from that's coming up during this time. And it's like a hard no. It's like, no, I don't want to heal from this. I don't want to be doing this. And then we're going to find out that it's like oh, okay, okay, let me give this a shot. Let me heal. Let me connect. Let me see. Let me see how this moves me forward. All right. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed month. Bye. Hi, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below, as are the directions on how to book a private reading without going through my website if that is more comfortable for you, and prices are there as well. All right, now before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. And please note that this loud sound will come from the singing bowl, and the way the singing bowl sings, the way the energy comes off of the singing bowl, gives me a lot of insight into what type of reading we're going to be having and what type of energy is coming off of you guys. Okay, so let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Leo. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Oh, we're crowned by us. We're crowned by strength. I absolutely love that for you, Leo. So we are represented by the strength card in the major arcana. We're coming through crowning this whole entire reading. We have the Six of Swords. We have the High Priestess. We have the Lovers. Oh, this is beautiful. Angels and spirit guides. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. No, not these. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Ace of Wands reverse, the Ace of Cups reverse, the Five of Cups reverse. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And the Eight of Pentacles reverse. So there is some struggle at work that's going on. So just acknowledging that is going to be important. It can be that during this month, we don't really feel as engaged by our work, or we can get really hung up on little tiny details and miss the bigger picture. So do be careful about that during this time. But we are crowned by strength. We are crowned by us. And that is absolutely brilliant. Let me just make sure everything is in frame. Fantastic. It is. Move that up a little bit, this up a little bit. Okay. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Now, if you are interested in entering to receive a free reading, there are 3 things that you have to do. You have to like, you have to comment with a butterfly, and you have to subscribe. And the commenting with the butterfly lets me know that you want to be in the running to receive a free reading. So that, if you don't want to be in the running to receive a free reading, that can be respected. Okay. Oh, and also, guys, only the winner, when the winner is announced on Sunday, is to contact me. We want to be fair and we want to be respectful to the winner. So yeah, so let's honor that, okay? Because this is my way of saying thank you to all of you for being so supportive, for building this family, for being such an amazing community, and I don't want to stop it. And if we can't be fair to the winner, we're going to have to stop it. So let's see here. Let's see now what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay, so here we have rediscovery reversed, and this isn't uncommon for the month of September, that rediscovery is reversed, that we're finding ourselves again. We're like, no, this is right, where I am is right, how I'm doing things is right, this is the right way forward. And Spirit's like, no, it's not. Let me show you, and let's be surprised. Like, let's go on this journey together. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Psychic development reverse just flew right out. So this is the third eye chakra coming through. And here it is a blockage in our third eye chakra. So tapping our third eye would be so beneficial to us, and letting us just release all fear, all negativity around our empathic ability, around our psychic development, around our intuitiveness. Somebody once told us that this wasn't good, that we weren't right. Now, we could have heard it from religion. We could have heard it from somebody we really respected in our lives. They could have made fun of us for our, kind of more spiritual ways or more intuitively inclined ways. And this is going to be something we need to release during this time, because we've carried that negativity quite long enough. Oh, goodness. Yeah, and we'll see once we release that, we really start to rediscover a part of ourselves that we push down. And it moves us then to the energies we are to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, it really is energies. I was like, why was that pluralized? We have the Five of Swords reverse, we have the 10 of Cups, and we have the 3 of Swords. There is a heartbreak around family, or around, around a relationship that really makes us doubt ourselves. We're not the same person. And Spirit needs us to know this, because we're going to be more than quick to judge ourselves and say, oh my gosh, you see, I haven't learned, I haven't grown, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. And Spirit's like, yes, you have. Yes, you have. You really have come quite a long way. Okay? So don't let the past and heartbreaks and pains and disappointments, dictate your present. With the Strength card, you are tenacious, you are powerful. The Strength card in the upright position is really this courageous, beautiful being that doesn't have to be the epitome of strength. Like when you look at them, you don't think, oh wow, they're strong, they're a badass, they're this, they're that, excuse my language, but we don't have to look at the person that way. What we're going to see with strength is that it comes from within. Your strength doesn't mean that you're a bodybuilder. It doesn't mean that you can lift up a car, type of thing. It means that during adversity, you show up. You're there. You're strong. And you're moving through doubts and fears, negativities, hurts and pains and disappointment, but you're also moving through the mist of existence. Like, I can't see the road as clearly as I would want to. And that brings us to the High Priestess. It brings us, like, as we're moving forward, the mist is parting, right? The veil is being lifted from our eyes. But we are also starting to really connect with our secrets, our dreams, our deepest desires, things that we have pushed down within ourselves. We are connecting with the world. The veil is being lifted from our eyes, and we're seeing ourselves more clearly than we have ever seen ourselves before. And that brings us to the Lovers. Now, this is Gemini energy, May 21st to June 20th. This brings us to love, to harmony, to a deeper connection with what we want in life, a duality to ourselves, embracing the duality of who we are and what we are, because Gemini, the Lovers representing Gemini, they're the twins. It's the sacred feminine, sacred masculine aspects of ourselves coming forward. And it's a real sense of love guides, love guides and love heals. And it's opening up our hearts and embracing that connection of the heart and what we truly love. With the Four of Pentacles reversed, we are releasing vampiric energy. We are calling it out within ourselves, but there's more of a push, like, I don't want this in my life. I can't do this anymore. The drain, the chaos, the hurt, the pain. With the Five of Pentacles, there's still a sense of being out in the cold, like of struggle, of hardship, of disappointment, of like, I'm always going to be the odd person out. And that is definitely not the case, because we have the Three of Wands here. We have this beautiful sense of new pathways opening up, new passions opening up. With the Five of Pentacles, there's this sense of like, I'm not deserving of wealth and prosperity and success and abundance and spirits. Like, that is not true at all. The roadways are opening. We have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups reversed here. So do be mindful that there's two gifts from God, Source Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe coming forward. One is of passion, one is of love and connection. And we have to see ourselves as worthy of connecting with our greater dreams and of what we truly love in our world. But we're also afraid of truly opening up our hearts and seeing the release and seeing the pain that is released from them, seeing the passion and like letting our passion come forward, and not being afraid of a little bit of anger being in there as well. So just being aware of that is going to be a super important thing. These gifts are coming forward, but we're not taking them quite yet. With the Five of Cups reversed, this is, this is change your mind, change your life. And we are having a little bit of a hard time not seeing things in a very certain way, of not being harsh on ourselves, looking at what hasn't come through the way that we wanted it to. So just be mindful about that. And with the Eight of Pentacles, again, we can be a little bit disinterested in work. We can feel a little bit overwhelmed by things. We can, need to kind of like step back, be kinder to ourselves, take things slow, kind of like break things down into doable bites instead of saying, oh, I'm going to do all of this all at once. So being aware of that is going to be super important as well. Our subconscious, our subconscious spirit message is here, stretch. We are really reaching for new opportunities, for new ways forward. We are stretching out of our comfort zone. It brings us then to, again, a blockage in our third eye chakra. So tapping our third eye, which again feels just so lovely, can help bring more clarity, more insight into our lives. It brings us to the High Priestess, not the High Priestess, the Empress reverse. So this is a blockage of creative energy and letting that creative energy come forward, and also a blockage around the sacred feminine energy within us. So do be aware of that. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles, which seems to be a very popular card to come up reversed during this time. And the Ten of Pentacles is prosperity, it's success, it's family, it's abundance, but it's seeing ourselves as cursed in one way or another. It's like, oh, wow, this didn't happen for my parents. It's not going to happen for me. And we always live in this struggle and this doubt and a sense of lack. And Spirit is really saying here, we need to cut that cord of doubt, of lack, of generational curses, and say, that's not my story. And I refuse to claim it. So being aware of that energy is just going to be so important during this time, and calling it out when we feel it within ourselves. It's like, oh yeah, well, I can't expect to do that, or can't expect to have this because, of whatever. And it's like, no. And also, if we don't know where the doubt and the fear is coming from, it can come from past lives. It can come from, in a past life, we were denied this, or we weren't allowed to do that, or we were, treated this way. So we need to let go of the past, all of the past, and step into our present. It's not honoring our ancestors. It's not, respecting, our stories and honoring our history, but it is saying my history, whether it be my Akashic records, whether it be my past life experience, whether it be my DNA self, in this life, in this time, does not get to mandate who I am now. I am choosing my path. Okay. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. Oh, wait. And you are strong enough to do so. This month, you are on fire. You are strong. You are strength. You are determination. You are focused. You're like, I got this. And you do. Okay, so now let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. Also, Leo, honor your achievements. See yourself as coming so far. You really have done a wonderful job. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed month. Bye. Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below. And if you don't want to go through my website, the instructions on how to purchase a reading are in the description box, as well as prices. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound, and that loud sound will be coming from the singing bowl. The way the singing bowl sings, if it's a smooth song, if it has some variance in its melody, it shows me a lot, and it lets me hear a lot of the energy that's going into this reading. So listen up for that, because I think it is super cool. Okay, so now let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Oh, I love it. Crowned by the World card and Show Me Clearly, Angels. We then have the Empress reversed, the Devil reversed. Oh, we're breaking chains around femininity, but also around our own creativity. Angels and Spirit Guides, Show Me Clearly. We then have the Queen of Pentacles reverse, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Queen of Cups reverse, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Angels, the 10 of Wands, the 7 of Pentacles, Angels, and Spirit Guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. The Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Emperor. Oh, there's a really big soulmate connection coming through. Angels and Spirit Guides, show me clearly. The Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the 5 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups reverse. Okay, let me just set this up so that you can see this bottom row a little bit better. All right. I hope you guys are doing wonderfully. September looks like it is going to be a astoundingly interesting month, like a very positive month, but it brings us forward. It like brings us really forward in ways that we weren't expecting. Like we thought, oh, maybe this would be a calm, chill month. No, it's like, okay, you need to be here. Let's get this done type of thing. Let me make sure everything is in frame. Fantastic. Okay. So what's very, very interesting here is that we have the Empress reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. So very strong reversed feminine energy, which can mean that if we are feminine in our nature, that part of our emotions is just like, it's a little bit intense right now. We're having a hard time, I don't want to say this in a negative way, but it's like we're having a hard time seeing our worth and seeing our positivity and looking at ourselves and being kind to ourselves. We're going to be thinking a lot of our talents should be more masculine because then at least it would be seen as being, a talent instead of the talents that we have. Like we're putting down ourselves in a very intense way because we don't feel like we're measuring up to the standards of the world or what people think success is. But if we started to redefine our success and say, you know what, it is this creative, planting seeds, nurturing, moving things forward energy, that's what success is. All of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh, we break the chaos that is around us and we start to see ourselves as like hyper successful and very, very, very productive and very, very powerful. But we have to be kinder to ourselves and not say, I have to be successful like a guy. We can be successful like who we are. Okay. So that's going to be important here as well. With the world opening up to us, we're stepping into the world where before we've held ourselves back for one reason or another. And it is actually that reason that we've held ourselves back is sensitivity. Now, it doesn't matter how we identify ourselves. There's a sensitivity to our personality that we thought bad. You know what? That's not right. That's not how you should do things. You should be a conqueror. You should be the emperor. Nothing should bother you. You should just keep on moving forward. Very Alexander the Great type of thing. Just keep on winning, keep on succeeding until you can't anymore. And that's cool. That works for some people, not this energy, and not for us right now here at Sagittarius, and probably not for us at all. So just showing kindness to ourselves, showing compassion to ourselves, that's going to be really important during this time. It moves us to our spirit energy. Now, if you are interested in entering to receive a free reading, there are 3 things that you have to do. You have to like, you have to comment with a butterfly. So I know you want to be in the running to receive a reading. Some people don't, and we want to absolutely respect that. And then subscribe. So like, comment with a butterfly, and subscribe. That puts you in the running. Now, the winner is announced every Sunday. So hit that bell notification, keep your eyes peeled for when the winner is announced. And guys, only the winner is to contact me. Not everybody else. We want to be fair and respectful to the winner. And we want to be fair and respectful to this giveaway because if we're not, then it can't continue. And this is my way of saying thank you to each and every one of you for making this community so astoundingly special, for being here, for showing up, for listening to these readings, for, just making dreams come true. You guys are absolutely amazing, and this is my way of thanking you. So let's keep this going, and let's just be respectful about it all. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit Guides, show me clearly. Here we have specialization, coming through. You have very specialized talents. Everybody does. We're not all talented the same way. And by seeing ourselves as specialized, seeing what we do as specialized, that is going to be a very beautiful thing. It's not, oh, I have to be an expert in everything. We don't sit there and look at, professors or doctors and say, oh, you're a specialist in neuroscience, like you couldn't do everything else. We go, oh wow, that's impressive. So why do we say that to ourselves? You can't do everything. I mean, come on. No, that's where we need to look at ourselves and not have that giving tree mentality where I'm going to give all of me until there's nothing left. Freaky book. Always thought so when I was younger. And even now, I'm like, ooh, So here it's having those clear boundaries. That's going to be really important for the month of September. Having those clear boundaries, being able to embrace the feminine side of our personality. Again, it does not matter how you identify. It matters that you are honoring the sacred feminine within you. That's going to be really important. And we're stepping away from chaos. We're looking at things and we're saying, no, you know what? I don't have to make everything harmonize, but I don't have to live in constant chaos. And I am deleting constant chaos from my life and from myself. Now, this can also be having a bit of a kertuffle with a Capricorn energy. So just be mindful about that time frame, December 22nd to January 19th. If you're born on the cusp with Capricorn, that can be challenging energy. So being respectful of that is going to be important. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, okay. This is balance reverse. This is the root chakra. Something about us and something about what we want in our lives and the energy in our life is out of balance. Tapping our tailbone can be very, very helpful for calming our energy, activating our chi, activating our chakra energy, and harmonizing ourselves. Also, tapping our kidneys can release a lot of negativity, anger, frustration. So those are very good things to do. It sounds really funny, but bouncing, just kind of like bouncing up and down on your feet. It's like jumping, but not jumping, just letting yourself bounce. That also moves your chi energy, raising your hands over your head and letting that energy come forward. That is highly good for you. We can jump rope. We can do all these things to help balance ourselves and find our harmony again. It moves us, but note during this time, things are going to be out of balance. And we see that. We see that with the Empress and the Emperor. The Empress and the Emperor come forward. That's a soulmate connection, true love connection, like you cannot believe. This is like power couple energy coming forward, Sagittarius. All right. But what we're going to see here is that we respect the sacred masculine aspect of it all, but we don't respect the sacred feminine aspect of it all. And we have to. We have to show equal respect to both and see the power of both and not put ourselves down or say, I have to be like this in order to be respected and I can't be like this. No, I get to be the dual part of myself that comes into harmony. It's the two cups that we're pouring into each other, right? That represents temperance, that represents us. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Knight of Cups reverse, which I think is very interesting since we have the Knight of Cups right here. This is emotional manipulation, right? This is somebody who wants to move really, really fast. This could be romance-wise. This could be just energetically in your sphere of being, somebody who wants to push you forward. Like, okay, we want this to be done at work, or we want, this business to be created, or we have this idea. And here we need to calm down and we need to say, okay, what do I love? What do I want? And what am I moving towards in my passion, in my fire, and in myself? So that's going to be a very big deal. Water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. All right. But emotional manipulation that wants to move really fast and it's not giving you time to think through decisions is going to be something to look out for during this month. Sorry, I have an eyelash in my eye. Okay, so with the world opening up to us, this is success. This is completion of a cycle. This is a reward. It's like, okay, I got this. This is the world opening it to us, but this is also us stepping out into the world in a way that we were afraid to do before. It's like, no, I got this. Hey, you know what? I want to go to this social event, or I want to make friends in this area, or I want to open up this door. And you might be feeling this for like the first time. Before, you could have been really contented being quiet into yourself. And you're like, yeah, okay, world, you do your thing. I'm going to do mine. And now it's going to be this real sense of like, oh no, I want to see what this is like. I want to open up this door. I want to embrace this idea. And it moves us to the Empress, which is creative energy. And it's letting our creative energy be birthed forward. But if we're overthinking and overanalyzing ourselves, we'll never let the creativity come forward the way that we want to and the way that we need to. So being mindful about this is going to be really important. We're like, oh, well, when it's perfect, it can come forward. And that is, negative sacred feminine energy, because it really focuses on perfection. And it's like, oh, when it's perfect, it can come forward. It's never going to be perfect. Just like we're never going to look at ourselves and say, perfect, all right, perfect, let's go perfect. We can do this. Very rarely, if ever, I've never seen myself as perfect. So if you ever had that experience of looking at yourself and be like, perfect, yes, then please share in the comment box. But for a lot of us, it's like, okay, you know what? This is who I am. And I'm moving forward in my life and going after what I want. The devil is reversed. So we're going to see us breaking chains that have held us back, breaking doubts and fears and negativities that have kept us small, that have kept us hidden away. We are also going to see ourselves looking at certain things and saying, you know what, maybe life isn't so black and white. Maybe there are numerous shades of gray, and maybe I need to honor and respect those shades of gray within myself. It's looking at chaos and not being afraid of it. It's looking at the shadow side of us and not being afraid of it. It's also releasing obsessions and addictions and negativities that have held us back in the past, one of those being perfectionism. With the Queen of Pentacles, okay, so the Queen of Pentacles reverse and the Queen of Pentacles herself is very much the energy of dress for success, right? Embrace your success, see yourself as successful, very loving, very wise, very charismatic, very loyal, very determined, very much like, I planted these seeds, I'm going to watch them grow, I'm putting in the hard work, I'm putting in the effort. Here it's reverse. And it can feel like I'm putting in all this effort and I'm never seeing any results. Why even bother? So just knowing that we can be going through a bit of a hard time that makes us doubt our creativity, that it has us, fighting against the chaos to quit, and needs us to see ourselves and say, you know what? I can be successful in many different ways, but we have to start, looking at ourselves and dressing for success, and like putting on the facade within, like, outward facade of I am successful, holding our heads up high, shoulders back. It's like, I got this. Even if inside we're like, really, what exactly do you have? Like, this is such a farce, but it's not. We need to reclaim our success and ourselves. And then it moves us to the Queen of Cups, which is our intuition, it is our compassion, it is our creativity, and it's a real sense of trusting ourselves and our instincts. And we've closed that door for one reason or another. And now it's like, open that door back up, Sagittarius. That's part of your superpower. That's part of what makes you so very successful. So with these reverse, we're now going to have to put them in the upright position. We're going to have to see ourselves as prosperous, as planting the seeds, as nurturing the prosperity. And we're going to have to see ourselves as watering, right, our success, but also drinking deeply of the cup, because to heal, to connect with the world, right, but to be a healer in this world, we need, instead of like, you need a cup to fill a cup, you need a gallon to fill a cup. You can't have yourself just fill up one cup and then be completely drained. You need a gallon to fill a cup. So really focusing on seeing the potential within ourselves, seeing the worth within ourselves, reevaluating the way that we talk to ourselves as successful. With the 10 of Wands, we're putting down a lot of burdens that we just don't want to be carrying anymore. It's like, I'm not doing this. And it moves us to the 7 of Pentacles, being patient. So as we put down the burdens, as we start to say, how can I create? How can I cultivate? How can I open up the doors? We start to then say to ourselves, wow, be patient with your success, or look where this patience can get you. And with the Knight of Pentacles, we're moving forward slowly and steadily towards what we want and towards where we need to be. With the Page of Swords, this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Earth sign energy is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with the Pentacles, and water sign energy is with the Cups, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay, but with the Page of Swords, we're learning how to embrace our voice again, how to say, this is what I want. We're also connecting with our inner child during this time and saying, okay, you know what? Inspire me, kid. Let me embrace my voice. Let me embrace what I love. Let me embrace where I want to be for myself. With the Page of Swords also, we're going to see that there are air sign energy in our life. And if not air sign energy, they're going to be young, youthful energy. And this could just be somebody who just has like that vibrance of a young soul. Like they have this infinite energy where you look at them and you find out their age and you're like, that's how old you are? Like seriously? There's just a vibrancy and effervescence to them. And they're going to say something that really speaks to your inner child self, that really speaks to your inner voice, to what you needed to hear in order to open up your voice. And then we move to emperor phase, right? Then we move into this energy that's like, I got this, I can do this. We're afraid to nurture it, but taking the reins and saying nobody was going to tell me what to do, that seems more like readily available to us. So just being aware of this. This is also Aries energy. This is law and order, but Aries energy, March 21st to April 19th. It's like, I've got this. You can also find that you're finding your voice around being with an Aries, like around being with the energy that's like, no, I'm not doing that. Yes, I am doing that. And they could be a kid. Like, you can sit there. Aries children are quite astounding because they're so fierce within themselves. They can be so sensitive and then fight that sensitivity by being, like, no, I won't cry. And no, that's just fine. But there's a real sense here of like, I need to embrace my voice and I need to embrace my power of myself and for myself by knowing where I stand and embracing the order that I want in my life. And then that moves me forward to the Knight of Cups, to saying, how can I move forward in what I love and where I want to be? And how can I let the Holy Grail, what is most sacred to me, guide me? With the Page of Pentacles, not only are we learning the power of our voice, we're learning the power of our prosperity. And we're also learning the power of our passion from when we were little. This is, again, earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We're going to see ourselves embracing success, embracing prosperity, opening up the doors to bounty. And with the Five of Wands, we're looking at things and saying, you know what, that's nonsense. That fighting, that cantankerousness, that argumentativeness, I'm not doing that. I'm not partaking in that. And we're going to see that we're really calling out a lot of negative energy that has been around us and people that we have been trying to please that will never be pleased with us. They will always see the imperfections. They will always be jealous. They will always try to knock us down. And now it's like, no, I'm not doing this. Now, this can be friends. This could be media that we're consuming. This can come in many different forms. But if it makes you feel small and inadequate, it's like, walk away from it. You don't need it in your life. And that's going to be a huge part of this month here, Sagittarius. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, and we are being renewed. This is renewal. We are being renewed. We are restepping in our power. There's a real sense of love guiding us in a higher way than we have ever imagined it could. We then have communication reverse. Communication is coming up a lot during this month, and a lot of times it is reverse. It's a blockage in our throat chakra. Humming, singing, chanting really helps with blockages in the throat chakra. And it is knowing that we are having a hard time reading the room, reading ourselves. This could be because of Mercury retrograde, which is over on the 9th of September, but then we have the post-shadow period. So things can be like a little bit fuzzy during September, during this Mercury retrograde time, but also the sense of, can I really say to myself what it is that I want? And when I'm picking up on the energy of everything and everyone, am I picking up on the energy that is about me? Or am I picking up outside energy that doesn't have anything to do with me? Or even if it does, it's not my problem, because that can be their perception, but it doesn't have to be mine. So just being mindful about this during this time. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. This is the King of Cups. And it's interesting that we have the Prince of Cups and the King of Cups, right? The Prince grows into the King. This is somebody, again, who's very emotionally manipulative. This is somebody whose bark is worse than their bite, but their bite is going to be like a way of destroying you emotionally. It's not going to be like, oh, I'm going to punch you in the nose type of thing. It's going to be like, well, I'm going to do a smear campaign and I'm going to just, make everybody think poorly of you or set that seed of doubt where, you're not worthy. And this is also somebody who's a coward. Like at heart, this is somebody who cannot lead, who cannot, embrace what they want or doesn't even know where they stand. They just use emotional manipulation and fear tactics to get to where it is that they want to be. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And subconsciously, there's a bit of a disappointment here because there's a wish that we've crossed our fingers for that we're not going to get. And it's going to be like, what the heck? I thought that was supposed to happen. I thought that was supposed to be, just like this. Like I had this idea in my head. But it's actually going to be one of the best things for us because it starts to open up a new world and a new path that we didn't think we could be walking down and we didn't think could be a part of us, but it is. So that's really going to be validating. All right, Sagittarius. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. And please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Sagittarius. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and have a blessed month. Bye.